ShotokuTech, News of the Week, bringing you news stories that you might have missed because there were other news stories. You're watching Snot Dub, or ShotokuTech News of the Week, 14 March 2020 edition. Wow, this is terrible. One of Easter Island's world-famous Moai statues has been destroyed by a local resident whose brakes went out on his truck. The island's mayor is calling for stricter regulations that will prohibit vehicles from driving near the 1,000 Moai statues. Well, this is no playing around. A Nintendo PlayStation sells for $36,000 at an auction. It sets the record for the most expensive piece of game memorabilia ever. It's a prototype that was originally owned by former Sony Computer Entertainment president Olaf Olofsson. Just be careful tossing the salad. Apparently, lettuce grown on the International Space Station is just like it is on Earth. The ISS vegetables have more microorganisms, but that's probably because of the microflora that live on the space station. I'm actually struck by this view of the garden here on the space station. I never realized it was so extensive. That's incredible. Saturday, a memorial for NASA pioneer Katherine Johnson was held, with over 700 people in attendance. Michael Moore, Johnson's grandson, says, "Grandma, because of you, our world will forever be unlimited, and because of you, I have no bounds." Dozens of classmates were in attendance. Her historic role in the American space program, the woman whose calculations early astronauts trusted more than computers, was no secret to those at NASA Langley. 3 black astronauts that were inspired by Johnson also spoke. One of them says, "I think the journey that she's going on now, we can't calculate the speed that she's traveling to get to heaven." This is very touching. Thank you so much. Adidas sends footwear research into space so it can make better sneakers. So this last SpaceX launch, the International Space Station resupply mission, included dozens of plastic pellets made from the same plastic that Adidas melds into the soles of sneakers. These pellets have 2 different polymers, meaning they have slightly different molecular structures, and the astronauts will watch how they behave in microgravity. Of course, Adidas unveiled a line of $180 space race sneakers after announcing this partnership with the International Space Station. The shoes have iridescent soles and an International Space Station lab patch on the tongue. This has been done before. Budweiser sent barley seeds into space. Nickelodeon sent green slime into space. And NASA is careful to keep separate from this, although it's beneficial to the space program to have private companies involved. They just don't want to have items sent purely for marketing purposes. Okay, so if you're going to post bail, you might not want to use your drug money. Apparently, this Louisiana woman was arrested after putting up $5,000 cash for her bail that smelled like marijuana. The police went on to search her car and found $40,000 cash in the car, plus other drugs and paraphernalia. So that went south real fast. This study from Yale helps resolve the debate over low-calorie sweeteners. It seems like the low-calorie sweetener by itself does not make changes to brain or metabolic response to sugars, but when combined with carbohydrates, the sugar metabolism and brain response to sugar became impaired. So you may not want to include French fries with your diet soda. While you're sheltering in place from the coronavirus, be careful what you eat. Here, these Enoki mushrooms have sickened 36 people with listeria across 17 different states. 4 deaths have been confirmed. Please be careful. Make sure to look at the details if you have Enoki mushrooms. Well, hello Dali. A thrift store shop worker discovers a piece of art in the store sorting room. It's an original wood engraving by Salvador Dali. They had it evaluated and they sold it for $1,200. Here's a new type of pulsating star that has a tidal lock with a red dwarf. It pushes out to one side. It's just 1,500 light years from Earth. Okay, so the FAA has suspended its use it or lose it slot rules at U.S. airports. This has been forcing airlines to fly nearly empty flights due to the coronavirus to retain their slot at these highly contested airports. This is the smallest known dinosaur. The fossil is found in amber in Myanmar, and it hints that there may be a world of tiny fossils waiting to be unearthed. Talk about hot shower. Scientists have been examining this gas giant exoplanet, and it appears to have iron rain. There's a significant amount of difference in the iron in the atmosphere between night and day. That's pretty interesting. Astronomers have discovered 139 new minor planet objects beyond Neptune. This is 5% of the 3,000 known trans-Neptune objects. They're using this dark energy camera, a 520 megapixel camera, at Blanco 4-meter telescope in Chile. The clumping of these objects tends to indicate that there's another larger object out there yet undiscovered, the mysterious Planet 9. Knock knock, who's there? Oh, DHL expands robotic footprint with 1,000 autonomous robots. No, these aren't delivering to your door. They're actually working in the warehouse. They do piece picking in predictable environments such as warehouses to support associates with fulfillment of orders. They can quickly locate and transport pick items to associates. My watch seems a little slow. Actually, the Earth's day was shorter 70 million years ago. Scientists have found the fossilized remains of clams reveal that the Earth's day was approximately 23.5 hours and the year was 372 slightly shorter days. These clam fossils of a now extinct species give them 4 or 5 data points per day. The fossil that gave De Winter his colleagues so many data points is the shell of an extinct type of clam. Researchers have extracted a super thin core from the fossil which can offer a sense of the conditions the animals lived in. Like tree rings, the shell offered the scientists an understanding of the rhythms that shaped the clam's life. Here, fossil footprints on a Scottish island reveal a dinosaur parade ground. On a crag of rock called Brothers Point on Scotland's Isle of Skye, footprint sites reveal abundance of dinosaurs thrived 170 million years ago. This includes the oldest evidence of the Stegosaurus. Thank you for watching Snot Dub, or ShotokuTech News of the Week. Thank you for watching ShotokuTech. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share.